In this lecture, we are going to discuss about one of the non-linear application of operational amplifier, that is precision rectifier. What are the precision diodes? The precision diodes are also known as super diodes. Why they are called as super diode? Because they perform the nearly, we can say they perform nearly perfect rectification as compared to practical diode, if you say. So their characteristics are similar to the ideal diode, and they are constructed using the operational amplifier. So as the circuit behaves as ideal diode, so precision diode provides the high precision rectification to the applied AC signal, and that is very useful for the high precision signal processing. Some of the application of precision diode are, we can use the precision diode as half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier, peak detector, clipper and clamper. Precision rectifier, that is of two types. The one is the precision half wave rectifier and the another is the precision full wave rectifier. So this is the circuit diagram for the precision half wave rectifier. As we have discussed that for the many precision signal processing applications where low voltage, uh, low current or low power require the rectification. So ordinary diodes we cannot use for that purpose because ordinary diodes cannot rectify voltage below the cut-in voltage of the diode. So here we are using the operational amplifier with the ordinary PN junction diode so that it can behave as super diode. And due to use of high gain operational amplifier, it is possible to rectify input voltages even in the millivolt range, because here the amplitude of input voltage required to forward bias diode is the knee voltage of diode, that is 0.7 volt for silicon, that divided by the voltage gain of this operational amplifier. So usually ordinary PN junction diode takes 0.7 volt as knee voltage to get it forward bias, but here as this circuit behaves as the super diode or the precision diode, so here amplitude of input voltage required to forward bias diode is 0.7 divided by voltage gain instead of 0.7. So this is the biggest advantage of making the precision diode by employing the operational amplifier in the circuit. So how we define the half wave rectifier, that is converting half of the AC signal to the pulsating DC, and as this is the non-inverting configuration, so in the non-inverting configuration the input signal is provided to the non-inverting input terminal of operational amplifier. So a circuit which can act as the ideal diode or the precision signal processing rectifier circuit, that is used for the rectification of voltages which are well below level of the cut-in voltage of the diode. So they can be designed by placing the diode in the feedback loop of operational amplifier. So we can see here this is the non-inverting operational amplifier, and in the feedback loop of this operational amplifier we have employed the 1PN junction diode. So in this way the circuit is converted to the precision half wave rectifier circuit, and in this circuit the complete analysis is divided into two cases. In the case 1 we consider the positive half cycle, that is input voltage is greater than 0 volt, and in the second case we consider the negative half cycle, that is the input voltage is less than 0 volt. So if input voltage is greater than 0 volt, that is indicating positive half cycle, and at this point we consider the voltage as VOA, that is the output voltage of operational amplifier. So VOA point, at this point let's say if input is greater than 0, So VOA will be also positive. Why? Because this is a non-inverting configuration. So if the input is positive going, output will also be positive going. And let's say when the output is positive going, here we have diode in the circuitry and the P type is connected here at this point. So P type will get positive potential. So in this way, this diode will get forward biased. And when the diode get forward biased, so we have the short circuit here, and this output point is connected back to input at the inverting input terminal, and this becomes the circuit of voltage follower. And in the voltage follower circuit, we know that the output obtained at this point will be same as the applied input voltage. So here we get output same as input, and we can see in this waveform that in the positive half cycle, when Vi is greater than 0, as circuit is behaving as a voltage follower, so output obtained will be same as input. And if we consider the negative half cycle, means Vin is less than 0, so in that case, as this input voltage is negative, so VOA point that will get the negative voltage here. So when the voltage at this point is negative, so this diode that was connected here, that will be reverse biased now, and that will behave as open circuit. So obviously the feedback path is now open, so circuit is not working as voltage follower now, and as feedback path is open, that means no voltage is coming at this particular point, and output voltage obtained here will be 0. So corresponding to negative half cycle, as diode is reverse biased and the loop gets broken, so output obtained here will be 0. So in this way we get the half of the applied AC signal corresponding to the positive half cycle, we are getting positive output, and corresponding to negative half cycle we are not getting any output. So we have converted the applied AC signal to the pulsating DC signal by utilizing half of the AC signal. That's why this is called as the half wave rectifier, and this is considered to be non-inverting because the output obtained is in the same phase with the input signal. But all the pulses, they are coming above x-axis, so that is the indication that we have converted AC to the DC, but this type of DC is called as the pulsating DC. Now this particular circuit is having limitation that when the applied input is negative and the diode is reverse biased, so in this case, as the feedback path or the loop gets broken, so there is no feedback employed in the circuit, and when there is no feedback loop in the circuit, so operational amplifier will be in the open loop mode. And in the open loop mode, we know that the operational amplifier gain is very high and the system leads to saturation. Now let's say after the negative half cycle, when again the positive half cycle comes, so in that case operational amplifier that has to get out of the saturation, so that again the positive amplification takes place. So this change that will take some time and generate some ringing effect in the circuit, and as it is consuming some time, so this is degrading the frequency response of operational amplifier. So this is the biggest limitation of this circuit, that as in one of the half cycle we are getting the output same as input and the closed loop gets established, but in the second half cycle the loop gets broken and the operational amplifier comes to open loop mode and leading the system to saturation, and because of saturation the frequency response gets decreased in the operational amplifier. So that's why this type of precision rectifier, that is called as saturating precision half wave rectifier. So this is considered as one of the limitation of this rectifier. And if we reverse the direction of diode here, so working will be discussed in the same way, and we get the output corresponding to the negative half cycle. That means we are converting AC to pulsating DC, and that is obtained in the negative direction, so that is considered to be negative pulsating DC. So how this circuit works? Again, the analysis is divided into two cases, the positive half cycle and the negative half cycle. So in the positive half cycle, when the V input is greater than 0, so at this point we get the positive voltage, and because of the positive voltage at this point, this diode will be reverse biased. And when this diode get reverse biased, it behaves as open circuit and no output is obtained here. So corresponding to positive half cycle, diode is reverse biased and the output obtained is 0. And when the negative half cycle comes here, means Vi becomes less than 0. So when there is negative voltage applied here, and this is the non-inverting operational amplifier, so output obtained here will be negative. So that means VOA point will be negative, and when this point is having negative potential, so negative is connected to N-type material of diode. So this diode will be now forward biased. And when this diode get forward biased, that behaves as short circuit. So in this way, the feedback loop gets established and the circuit behaves as the voltage follower. And when the circuit behaves as voltage follower, so output obtained will be same as input. So as input is negative going, so output obtained is also negative going. So corresponding to negative half cycle, we are getting the negative half cycle of output. So in this way, the applied AC signal is converted to pulsating DC and the rectification is achieved. But again, the circuit suffers with the same limitation. The frequency response of circuit is poor because circuit goes to saturation in one of the half cycle when the feedback loop that gets broken, and the diode is reverse biased. So to avoid this limitation, we have the modification in the circuit. So instead of connecting one diode in the circuit, now we have two diodes in the circuit, that is D1 and D2. And instead of operating the circuit in the non-inverting configuration, here we are operating the operational amplifier in the inverting configuration. So in this way, we can avoid the problem suffered by the first circuit we have discussed, that is the saturation effect we can avoid, and we can improve the frequency response of circuit by converting it to inverting precision half wave rectifier. So how this circuit works: in the case of inverting precision half wave rectifier, input is applied to the inverting input terminal, and again the analysis is divided into two cases. First we will discuss positive half cycle, then we will discuss negative half cycle. So in the positive half cycle of applied AC signal, when the V input is greater than 0, so that means here the voltage is positive, but as it is the inverting configuration, so that means the voltage obtained at this point will be negative. So VOA point will be negative. So as this point is negative, so here D2 p-type material is connected to negative potential and the D1 n-type material is connected to negative potential. So this particular diode will be forward biased and this diode will be reverse biased. So as this diode is reverse biased, so path here will be broken as it is behaving as open circuit, so output voltage will be 0. And in the negative half cycle, when the V input is less than 0, this is a negative half cycle. So when this is less than 0, so as it is the inverting operational amplifier, so output obtained here will be positive. So VOA point will be positive, positive potential will appear here, and the p-type material of D2 will get positive potential and the n-type material of D1 will get the positive potential. So now this diode will be reverse biased and this diode will be forward biased. So when this diode gets forward biased, it will behave as short circuit. So now we assume that as D1 is not connected here, as this is reverse biased and open circuit, and we can see the circuit as here the input resistance is there and the feedback resistance is there, and the input is applied to inverting input terminal and the non-inverting input terminal is grounded. So here the circuit works as inverting operational amplifier. And in the inverting operational amplifier, we know that the gain of operational amplifier is minus of RF divided by R1. So what is the output voltage we obtain here in terms of input voltage? Output is gain times input voltage, and the gain is minus RF divided by R1. So we are getting output voltage as minus Rf divided by R1 into Vin. Now let's say we assume that the value of input resistance and the feedback resistance are equal. If both are equal, so we get the output voltage, that is the inversion of input voltage. So in the negative half cycle, as the input is negative going and the relation between output and input is the output is inverted input. So we get the positive half cycle corresponding to the negative half cycle. In this way, output obtained is positive. So we are getting again the pulsating DC, but we have obtained the inverted output. So that's why this rectifier is called as the inverting precision half wave rectifier. And here the problem of saturation and the open loop is avoided. So in this way we can improve the frequency response of operational amplifier. And let's say we reverse the direction of both the diodes. So circuit becomes like this, and in this case when the positive half cycle comes, means V input is greater than 0. So VOA point will get the negative potential because this is inverting operational amplifier. Here we need to connect it to ground because this is the inverting operational amplifier. So non-inverting input terminal will be grounded. This is the connection we have missed. So we can connect one ground at this point. So we were discussing that if Vin is positive, so VOA will be negative because this is the inverting operational amplifier. So when VOA is negative, this negative potential is applied to N-type material of D2 and P-type material of D1. So D2 here will be forward biased and D1 here will be reverse biased. So when D2 is forward biased, this behaves as short circuit and the circuit will simply work as inverting operational amplifier. So what is the relation between output and input? Output is gain times input and the gain is minus Rf divided by R1. So we are getting output voltage as minus Rf divided by R1 into V input. And let's take the condition again that R1 is equal to Rf. So we get output, that is inverted input. So in the positive half cycle, as the input is positive going, so output will be negative going because relation we have find out that output is inverted input. And if we discuss the negative half cycle, so Vin will be less than 0 and the potential here is negative. So here we will get the positive potential because of inverting operational amplifier. So potential at this point will be positive, and because of the positive potential appearing here, this particular diode will be forward biased and this diode will be reverse biased. So when this diode is forward biased and this diode is reverse biased, so here the circuit gets open and the output obtained here will be 0. So corresponding to negative half cycle, output obtained is 0. So in this way we have converted the applied AC signal to the pulsating DC, and that is obtained inverted. So this is all about the inverting precision half wave rectifier. And to construct the circuit of precision full wave rectifier, we have cascaded the inverting precision half wave rectifier that we have discussed and the inverting summing circuit. So this is the inverting precision half wave rectifier circuit and this is the inverting summing circuit. So this circuit we have discussed, like if we are giving the V input positive, so VA point will be negative, and when the VA point is negative, so this diode will be forward biased and the circuit will work as inverting operational amplifier, and the output obtained will be same as input, but that is inverted input under the condition R1 and RF both are equal. And if this voltage is negative, in that condition the VA will be positive and this will be reverse biased, and the V naught dash obtained here will be 0. So again the analysis that is divided into two cases. We will discuss about positive half cycle and the negative half cycle. So in the positive half cycle, when the V input is greater than 0, the V naught dash will be inverted V input, and this is the inverting summing circuit. So at this point, two voltages are coming. The one voltage, that is V naught dash, and the second voltage coming at this point is V in. So at this point, we need to see the effect of both voltages, that is V naught dash and the V in. So output voltage here, that is find out by applying the superposition theorem, because we have more than one voltage source at this point. So V naught is divided into two cases, that is V naught 1 and V naught 2. V naught 1 is calculated when V naught dash is considered and neglecting the effect of V in. So we are putting V in 0 and taking the effect of V naught dash and calculate here voltage V naught 1. And secondly, we neglect V naught dash, we take it 0 and take the effect of V input and then calculate V naught 2 and combine V naught 1 and V naught 2 to get the overall output voltage. And when the negative half cycle comes, the potential here is negative, so potential here will be 0, because the potential here will be positive, this diode will be reverse biased, so V naught dash here will be 0. So under that case also we need to calculate V naught. So V naught 1 and V naught 2 we are calculating to get V naught for positive half cycle and V naught for negative half cycle. So V naught 1 is calculated when we consider V naught dash as input and neglecting the effect of V in. That means V in we suppose 0. So when we are considering V naught dash as input, this is the inverting operational amplifier. This is the input resistance considered as R by 2, and this is the feedback resistance, that is R. And as per the relation, the feedback gain in the inverting operational amplifier is minus of RF divided by R. So V naught is equal to minus of this divided by this into input, that is V naught dash. So we get V naught as minus R divided by R by 2 into V naught dash. And the V naught dash, if we consider for positive half cycle, so this we are considering as minus V in, and if we are considering negative half cycle, then it will be 0. So as per the cycle we can get the value of V naught dash. So let's say we do the analysis for positive half cycle, so we are putting it as minus V in, so we are getting V naught 1 as twice of V in, because minus minus becomes plus, R is cancelled with R, so this is twice of V input. And when we calculate V naught 2, so we see the effect of input voltage here and neglecting the effect of V naught dash. So this we are putting 0 and considering the effect of this input voltage. So now input resistance to this operational amplifier is R and the feedback resistance is also R. And what is the relation between V naught and V in? That is minus of this value divided by this value, that is minus RF divided by R, that is R1. In the initial discussion of inverting operational amplifier, we consider this as R1 and this as RF. So this is minus of this value divided by this value, this is gain. So V naught 2 will be minus of R divided by R into V input. So this will provide us minus of V input. So V naught 2 will be minus of V input. So in the positive half cycle, when we add these two cases to get the overall output voltage, so that will be twice of V in minus V in, that is equal to V in. So output obtained will be same as input voltage. And if we see the negative half cycle, so in the negative half cycle, V naught dash is 0. So as V naught dash is 0, so that means V naught 1 is also 0. And the V naught 2 is minus of V in, that we have calculated. So V naught 2 is minus V in and V01 is 0. So when we add these two values, V01 is 0 and the V02 is minus V in. But actually we are talking about negative half cycle, so V in will be negative. So V02 overall considered will be positive. So we will say V02 will be the uh, V in the positive direction, and here also V0 is V in. So here we can see the waveform. This is the applied AC signal. This is V0 dash, that is acting as the inverting precision half wave rectifier, and the V0 in the positive half cycle we get V in, and corresponding to negative half cycle of input we again get the positive input. So here the applied AC signal that is converted to the pulsating DC, but we have utilized both half of the cycle of AC to conversion to DC. That's why this is called as the precision full wave rectifier. These are the references used in this lecture. Thank you.